The one who committed adultery pays the other alimony. If you refuse, we go to court.
Court? The hell, Thomas? That's so much trouble. Do whatever you want.
The alimony? Good that it's an appropriate amount.
Hey, Thomas, what does this mean?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Thomas, and I recently found out my wife has been cheating on me. And I wanted to move forward with the divorce, but the negotiations aren't moving forward very well.
What? So we can go to that hot spring you said you wanted to go to the other day? I'm so happy. That place has a good reputation. I really wanted to go there.
Hey, Ashley?
When? When are we going?
Ashley!
No, darling. You're being too pushy. There's no need to rush. I'm all yours to take, Trevor.
Oi, phone addict, hang the frick up, why don't ya?
I think I hear that loser from whom I took you away in the background. Is everything okay?
No, this guy is so tiresome. It's his damn fault he was cheated on, and he dares to demand alimony or something from me, see?
Now that's lame. Such a sore loser.
Well, then we'll talk about our trip later on. Yes, I love you too.
The one who committed adultery pays the other alimony. If you refuse, we go to court.
Court? The hell, Thomas? That's so much trouble. Do whatever you want.
And there's a damn slim chance of you winning, you know.
I'll tell you something good. The evidence you collected by so cowardly hiring a detective to spy on me. That same evidence that I was cheating on you, and at the same time evidence that you couldn't keep the woman you wanted to keep. Even going as far as marrying her. It's also evidence that you lost in everything conceivable to Trevor.
You!
You understand me, you say, and yet you still demand alimony from me. Lame. If you'd always been attractive to me, you'd never have been cheated on, and that's final. You were not attractive enough, and so I switched partners.
I don't want to talk about that. Cheating is cheating. What's so wrong with demanding alimony, huh? If I can't get you back the way you were before you cheated on me, at least I'll do what I must to make up for all the effort I made for you. But I can't physically hurt you or your goddamn sweetheart directly. So how can I punish you? How can I satisfy myself?
And that's the kind of person who deserves to be cheated on, ain't that right?
I'm not gonna let you be so cocky for very long, bitch.
Even if you threaten me, I'm going to be with Trevor from now on, and I want money, don't I? I want to get married to him too, to overwrite my dark past. Option, new game enabled, I suppose. So, no alimony. I get half of our joint assets, and I will not accept anything else.
Little do you know your requests won't go through, you guilty serpent.
Threaten me all you want, I won't pay shit.
Well then, to court we shall go.
By all means, but in the end, know this, you can't win against me.
Go on, blabbermouth. I'll make you and your cohort in crime regret being unwilling to cooperate.
Pitiful bastard, there's no way I'd tell you to go to court if I didn't have any chance of winning, right?
Huh?
Fights happen when people are on the same level, and if you don't understand that, you will be cheated on. Hello, Trevor. Can I go to your place? I thought I'd stay with him until the divorce was finalized. But no, hell no, it's too much. It's a little early, but please take care of me starting today, okay?
I understand the situation, sir. Let's get this over with quickly and move on, my good man. Yes, sir. That's what he said, and Mr. Mulligan immediately began with the divorce court proceedings. But neither my wife nor her lover responded to the documents sent to them. I guess they ignored the lawsuit that the court had filed against them, and if that's the case, then… The alimony. Good that it's an appropriate amount. I asked both sides for $80,000 in alimony and… Jackpot for dear little Thomas! The court properly ordered $80,000 in alimony, no property division, without a damn hitch! Suck my balls! Unforgivable! Trouble busters initiate! And that was the catalyst. Hello, yes?
Hey, Thomas, what does this mean? Why the hell was everything decided without listening to our request?
Because you didn't come to court, see?
Normally a trial can only be established if both the prosecuting party and the accused party are present, right? It's not fair that the verdict was finalized without the other party being there. Stupid patronage.
You got a notice from the court, right?
It did. What of that, eh?
You should never, ever ignore a summons that came from a court of law, Ashley.
It's up to us, isn't it?
And according to the administration of justice, that's not allowed. Oh, I'll let a professional take over. Nice to meet you. Sherman Mulligan of the Spider Law Firm at your service, Miss Atkinson.
I don't need a lawyer. Get Thomas back on the damn phone.
Silencio, por favor. Listen carefully, you shameful loser. A complaint is a document that Mr. Smith, the individual who filed the lawsuit in this case, makes his arguments and submits to a court of law. When the court receives it, it will send assorted documents and proceedings by registered mail to the accused, in this case, Miss Atkinson, you, and Mr. Trevor Perkins. If these documents are ignored, the trial shall proceed as if the individual who initiated the lawsuit, Mr. Smith in this case, had won. In other words, everything that my client argued was accepted and a proper sentence was ordered.
No way.
Didn't you say something before? There's no way I'd tell you to go to court if I didn't have any chance of winning, right? Fights happen when people are on the same level? Was your surefire way to win to not go to court?
Yes, it was. A court case without an opponent is no court case anymore.
No. What are you talking about? Imagine you couldn't attend the Bring Your Parents to School Day, and you complained, saying, "Why did you start a class visit without me? Something like this without a parent is no Bring Your Parents to School Day." It's literally the same thing. What are you talking about would be your first thought, wouldn't it?
In any case, I can't accept such a request. There's nothing good for me that comes out of this.
There's no way the person who committed adultery would get anything good. You have two choices, to lose or to lose lots. Unfortunately for you, this time you ended up losing lots, let me tell you.
But I was busy and couldn't go.
And I was busier over here. You said, and I quote, "Court? The hell, Thomas, that's so much trouble. Do whatever you want," as though it didn't concern you at all. But a lawsuit is more cumbersome for the one making it. Everything would have been resolved much quicker if you'd fricking cooperated.
How should I know that?
How should I know you wouldn't know about that?
There's definitely something wrong with the justice system in this damn country. Simply going to get all your demands accepted despite the accused not attending. In that world, anything is frickin' possible, isn't it? Well, I don't think $80,000 for alimony is an outrageous demand, and yet it was accepted.
Any outrageous demands are not going to go through, though.
Then it's even more meaningful now to go to court and make an argument against this. Objection, I say.
Not fighting us means you're invincible, but at the same time, not fighting means you're winning by default. This time, we were blessed with the latter. That's all there is to it.
I'm not happy with this. I'm going to protest this.
Even if you wanted to file another lawsuit, it would not be approved.
And why not? The trial was carried out without my knowing about it, and I was given a hairy, hefty sentence. Everything was carried out without my knowing it, you see?
And you've been told in advance so that it would not come to this. It is your fault for not coming. The end. That's literally it.
But I didn't know when the lawsuit would be held.
Yeah, keep talking. You got the damn summons, Ashley.
Oh,
is your heart about to stop? Go on, don't be shy.
No, wait a minute. I might not have received the court notice.
Yeah, enough with the lies. You said you received it earlier.
I mistook it for the water bill.
There is no way. There is no way. There are people in the world who confuse court notices with water bills. We're actually doomed as a species.
Yes, that's what you see here.
Please, enough with the tall tales, Miss Atkinson. It was registered mail, miss. Do you even know what that means? We can find out if you received the notice or not just by going to the post office. It's a document that affects a person's life, capiche? You have no defense against it. If you say you don't remember receiving it, why don't you check with the post office?
Maybe the postal worker lied or something.
If so, fight them then in court.
Are you trying to be sarcastic?
So what? You were so freaking arrogant alongside your sweetheart that you stood idly by as the process freaking destroyed me. I'll be honest with you, the power and consideration of the court's decision is out of anyone's league, as it's decided between the two parties involved. After all, it's officially recorded.
Enough freaking bullshit. The kind of trial is illegal. Listen to what people are saying.
If you don't pay, your and your precious Trevor's salary will be seized. So the best you can do is do your best at making enough damn money.
If the trial was that hard, why didn't you tell me? Why did you do something like a sneak attack?
Sneak attack? What the hell? You went down the path towards hell all of your own accord, miss.
I didn't know anything about this, so I want you to make this moot. I can't deal with things that I didn't even know if I was taught beforehand.
Yeah, and adultery isn't something you're taught, and you seem to be pretty proficient. The law makes it so that you can't get away with saying you didn't know about anything. You're so unaware of the consequences of adultery that you end up like that. How much did you think you'd be charged?
About $1,000, give or take. That's all I can afford.
No, there's no way any alimony would cost that measly amount.
No, that's enough, isn't it? Go to a nice hot spring, eat something delicious, and forget about the bad stuff. That's about a reasonable price to do that.
That reasoning is beyond reason, Miss Atkinson. Why do you get to decide whether I get alimony at all, as well as the amount, and even specify my actions thereafter?
Get back on your feet without relying on money.
That's not what alimony's for, dumbass! Alimony has a much bigger role in calming someone's anger over what happened than healing wounds, you know.
What? Huh? I don't friggin' get it.
I was cheated on, and the wounds that are inflicted will never heal. They will haunt me like a curse for the rest of my life. The amount is unknown, but it's a kind of dark tax that will definitely demand much from me. I might be satisfied if I could destroy you guys with a metal rod, but this country doesn't allow that kind of physical retaliation, and if that's the case, all I have to quell the rage is money.
Then go and have fun at a...
This isn't some college time one-night stand, Ashley. Nothing like the rage I'd feel for scoring a 30 on a test.
I'm sorry. See, this is good enough, right?
Hell no, it's not enough. It would be better if you didn't apologize at all at this point.
Please, Thomas, restart the lawsuit.
Do you really think I'll say I understand and do what you ask after seeing your goddamn excuse of an apology? How far do you fricking want to manipulate people, huh?
I get it now. Then I'll go to you and apologize in person.
Don't even think about it. It would only be a nuisance if you... I forgot to mention one thing.
What? There's more?
Of course, the sentence includes a restraining order.
A restraining order?
If you come within a certain distance from Mr. Smith, you will be charged with breaking the restraining order and will be charged $20,000 each time.
What? Why? We're ex-husband and wife.
Irrelevant. You're an enemy whom I can't hate enough now.
Oh, really? You say that much too, eh?
Oh, trust me, I could say so much more.
Don't go freaking demanding money just because you want it.
My goal is to make you two goddamn scumbags suffer by making you saddled with a debt of 80 fricking grand.
Useless bastard. That's exactly why you get cheated on.
The fact that you're justifying it shows you have absolutely no remorse at all. Seriously. I'm really grateful that you went and skipped the whole damn lawsuit. Under normal circumstances, the alimony would have stopped at $20,000. But thanks to your arrogance, I was able to get it raised quadruple-fold to $80,000 each.
You're completely wrong if you think everything will go your way.
What do you mean?
The sentence was only passed because I was absent from court, right? So if we'd gotten serious about this, there's no telling how the outcome would have turned out, right?
You little... The verdict is already decided. There's no need to answer that question.
Oh, is that so? I knew it hurt when I touched upon that. All right then, I'm getting more and more invested in this friggin' bullshit. I think that if I fought seriously this time, I would have won. Or at least end up with some kind of better compromise.
Well then, that's what you should do.
I don't need you to tell me over my damn dead body. I go on paying 80 frickin' grand to you two bastards. I'm going to start a counterattack, so you better prepare for what's to come. No, that's impossible, madam. Once a verdict is finalized in a civil court case, a procedure called a final hearing is required to overturn it. And a petition for a final hearing must be filed with the court, but… The hell? So there is a way to overturn this. We'll go ahead and do it. And I'm saying it's a very difficult game, ma'am. A verdict has already been finalized, can only be overturned in court after confession has been made under duress or very limited circumstances. Such as blackmail, Article 338 of the Civil Procedures Act stipulates the circumstances in which the retrial can be recognized and enacted. 1. The court was not constituted per the law. 2. A judge who is not legally allowed to be involved in the decision was involved in the decision. 3. An individual responsible for proceeding with the examination lacks the requirements of a court or litigation representative. 4. A judge who has been involved in the decision has committed a crime related to his or her duties officially in the case. 5. When otherwise criminally punishable acts were initiated to force a confession or who has actively prevented valuable information to attack or defend in a case that should affect the decision. 6. A document or other evidence used in the case was forged or altered. 7. A false statement by a witness, official, interpreter, or other such party under oath, including a court representative, was used as evidence in the judgment. 8. A civil or criminal judgment among other judicial decisions and administrative dispositions on which the judgment was based was changed by a later judicial decision or administrative disposition. 9. An omission in information was made, one that should affect the judgment. 10. The judgment to which the appeal is filed conflicts with a previously finalized judgment. Does any of the above apply to you? No, they don't. And you've already shown signs of being someone likely to skip court. But they might be also saying I cheated on my ex-husband without any evidence. Isn't that hard to say for certain? How can you say that for sure? Shut up, don't get so heated here. And that's because you talk like that you're going to lose from the start, even though you're a lawyer, don't you? No, you will lose. On the contrary, why do you think you can win? Look, just pay the $100 for the consultation fee and go home. It was a good learning experience, wasn't it? I'll tell you straight out. You have 0 chance of winning this. Reason number 1, there was a lawyer on the other side. A lawyer only takes on a case when they know they have a high chance of winning. If there is insufficient evidence of infidelity, they will ask them to gather more evidence first, after all. God damn it! If a lawyer accepts the case, the evidence is secure. All the more reason you'll lose if they bring the case to court, not to mention the fact the lawyer in question, while looking like someone who suffered too many punches in his life, also packs a huge punch with his talent, Sherman Mulligan. You have absolutely no chance of winning. I've already lost every fight against him, you know. I can't beat him. I just can't. Impossible. It's obvious if you think about it for a moment, but why do you think you have a chance of winning? Well, it's because of ignorant people like you that my business exists. Thanks, as always.
My ex-wife had no other choice after depleting her options, so she went and took action. What on earth did you come here for, huh? All they could fricking do was show up at my door and bow at my feet.
I'm so sorry. I was completely wrong about everything. Please, living with 80 grand in debt is so goddamn boring. Thomas!
Please, sir, reduce the alimony upon me and Ashley.
Excuse you? I want to see your faces smothered in misfortune, capiche? Of course I don't want a reduction in your damn alimony.
Please, living with 80 grand in debt is so goddamn boring. Thomas!
Do I look like I give a good shit about that? Burn in hell already, both of you.
I'd be happy to negotiate $20,000 under the condition my wife doesn't know.
Oh, so if it's 80, she'd find out, is what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's just as calculated, isn't it?
What?
I'm asking for 80 grand with that in mind, you understand.
If this was leaked, my family would be ruined, sir. What's the point of amplifying the misery unto us any further?
It makes me feel better. Makes me feel relieved.
That kind of temporary remedy?
In the first place, I can't stand the fact that you're living a full life without suffering any damage. I'm getting a divorce, you should get divorced.
No, please don't drag me into this.
Please, Thomas, let's start over.
That way you won't have to pay the 80 grand, you believe, huh?
That's not the case. I still love you, darling. I realized.
Oh, really? If that's the case, you'll go through hardships for me, the one you love, right?
What?
If you love me, at least make yourself suffer until I feel better about this whole damn thing.
No, it's not.
Then what's left, huh? It seems to me like you're trying to get back together with me because you just don't want to pay the alimony.
Shit! God damn it! Take the bait! Take the bait, damn it!
Mark my words, I'll never allow a world so convenient for you, you good-for-nothing, useless sack of shit.
I beg you, please forgive me.
I hate you so deeply and strongly, even more than I hate my ex-wife. Do you expect me to forgive you? More good news for cheating couples who cheat not with logic, but with their spines?
Huh?
Don't tell me there's more.
You broke the restraining order, so you'll get additional demands of $20,000 each.
What?
An extra 20 grand?
No!
It'll definitely be discovered. It'll all be revealed.
That's how deeply sacrilegious your actions were. Go on home now and shoulder 6 digits in debt and spend your pitiful lives regretting what you did.
Help me, Thomas!
Naturally, there's no way I'd forgive them. And both sacks of shit now shoulder a whopping $100,000 of debt to me. Oh, and of course, Trevor's sweetheart was heartily given a divorce from his wife. Given the circumstances, both sets of parents told them, "We're cutting ties with you. You'll have to figure out what to do about the alimony yourselves." They were cast out of the family. With no one to rely on, those who are left alone are faced with a never-ending spiral of debt and darkness. They couldn't even afford an apartment to rent, and they now work hard at harsh, physical labor jobs with accommodation, living day to day with debts that they don't know how many years it'll take to pay off. But on the other hand, I'm gonna get $240,000 without ever working. No, at this point, it's indulgent income, and with that, I won't have to worry about my life for a while. I'm not sure if I'll find something that suits me or if I'll go looking for another wife, but I want to rethink my life plan. Trouble Busters!